Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Blonde. And this is from writer-director Andrew Dominic. And no, this isn't about Marilyn Monroe, just to put that out there. And I see, like it says, it's a fictionalized chronicle of the inner life of Marilyn Monroe, and it's not. This NC-17, 2-hour and 46-minute film is either an extremely hateful hit piece of Marilyn Monroe or a complete work of fiction that's just trying to capitalize off of her name. And this film is one of the most mean-spirited, disgusting films that I think I've ever watched. Like, Andrew Dominic has lost a lot of respect in my eyes, and I've been a huge fan of his work up to this point with the assassination of Jesse James by the cow Robert Ford, killing him softly. Like, he doesn't shy away from, like, hard films, but, like, this film is disgusting. It's such a destructive tearing down of who Marilyn Monroe was and acting like this is who Marilyn Monroe is. Except it's not. It's not apparently trying to be that, despite the fact that it cherry picks all of these things in her life. Bobby Cannavale playing Joe DiMaggio, and Adrian Brody playing Arthur Miller. And, like, it's about Marilyn, it's about Norma Jean, but is it really? And I feel like this film would have worked so much better if it was just a film about trauma. And yes, it portrays trauma in a really intense way, but also a messy way, and an overlong way, and just a plotting, emotionally devastating way with just scene after scene after scene after scene for an hour and 46 minutes of no breath, just pain and anguish. It turned this person's life into a hits row of just disgusting things after another. It takes very significant things like her pregnancy and having abortion and stuff like that and manipulates it in just really harmful and disrespectful ways. This film never really has a purpose. Like, if this film's the purpose is to show that life is tough and you'll go through trauma, fine, whatever. You did it. And you dragged everybody along with it. But this film is so just harmful to the legacy of a woman who's been dead for decades, and you want to go in. Like, Andrew Dominic basically called Marilyn Monroe a dressed up whore. And it's just like, if you are having these kind of just disgusting, horrible perspectives on a human being, then you probably shouldn't be the one making making a film that's tearing up their life and squeezing it into a narrative that you want to tell. This is so disrespectful. If, like I said, if you wanted to make a film about trauma and fame and stuff like that, make a film. Don't try to use Marilyn Monroe and her image and her life and everything like that and try to fit it into your little square of a film and try to play it off that way. But I have to say, the music from Nick Cave and Warren Ellis, the cinematography, which is striking and beautiful, the technical aspects really work here, and Ana de Armas is absolutely breathtaking and charming. But if I had to hear her say daddy one more time in this film, I was going to lose it. But overall, this film just feels like one of the biggest misfires and just misguided efforts to be put on film that I've seen in a long time. But those are my thoughts on Blonde. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.